Folks, what's going on? Today, I have with me one of my signature scents, one of my most favorite scents of all time in the collection. This is going to be, as you can see from the title, one of Dunhill's Icon. Many of the reviews already out, but then I have to show you my thoughts on this, alright? So, this fragrance, I have to tell you, first of all, I purchased this when it came out right in the beginning when it was brand new, somewhere 2015, early 2015. So it was just like, out in the market, and I was just going through, and I was just looking in the, you know, the collection they have, and I saw this was a brand new release. So usually when you see actually Dunhill House, the Dunhill House is one of the prominent fashion house in from London, UK, sorry, United Kingdom. It's a British house, right? So they cater for people who are very up class and bit more serious, mature, gentlemen, that sort of a, you know, class. All right. So let me show you the presentation first, and I'm gonna tell you about few other fragrances in this house, and also the nose breakdown and all that. All right. So as you can see, first of all, the box. It's Dunhill Icon, as you see, very elegantly done and very nice, robust hard box. All right, very nicely done. It's a concentration EDP, and then it's for men. 100 ml bottle I have with me. On the top, here at the back, nothing much. Sides, bottom. This is where you're gonna get your sticker and then other information. So the bottle actually is like the highlight of this fragrance for me. Very heavy and very, if you haven't owned it already, very heavy and awesome bottle. Sometimes I look at it, I think it's a very expensive part, like the car part from like a car, maybe a Jaguar or something. If you take out a part somewhere from inside, car part, it might look like this. Or those back in the days, the retro days, when the mic was up and then the singers were singing, the holding and the singing, that sort of feel. Also looks like a mic, the classy ones. All right, on the up top you're gonna get the house Dunhill. Doesn't say icon anywhere, but very smooth and metal sort of frame outside, very cold metal. All right, at the bottom you can see it's a glass, you can see through the name of the house, concentration, and rest of your good stuff. All right, as you can see, you can tell your juice level from here. The best part I love about this bottle is this, the way it sounds, the way it clicks right back like a boss. Sounds like so strong, right? So very manly, right from the presentation. It's like a go to guy, like your go to guy if you're looking for a manly fragrance. All right. So yeah, presentation for this bottle, I am gonna give it 10 out of 10, A plus. Beautiful presentation. So let's look at some of the other fragrances that this house has in the past. All right. So as far as this fragrance goes, I believe there are two other flankers that looks just like this. One is the gold bottle, other one is the black one. So the gold one, I think, is called Dunhill Icon Absolute, which is a bit more based on the wood and sweeter side of this thing, more like winter scent. And then the elite is the black. I call that bottle Black Mamba. So basically the bottle looks just like this, black all around. Okay, very gorgeous looking. All three are very gorgeous looking bottles. All right. So apart from this icon, the original, the other two I believe also EDP concentration and 100 ml only. So those flankers, they came out very fast within 1 year of the release of this. So back to back 3 releases. I'm not quite sure about how I feel on those. I tried them on, didn't feel the magic that this one offered me. All right. So still, as I told you, this was one of my earlier buys when it came out right in the beginning, when it was brand new, when it was not hyped, when it was not reviewed, not that many reviews on YouTube. I feel very proud. Since the beginning I've been making this like one of my absolute favorite. I keep telling people how nice it is, and I'm very glad to see it's getting the love that it deserves these days. All right, so let's look at few other fragrances from this house. All right, so they have that one in the past. They have one of the very uh, great line, that one they are famous for. It's called the Dunhill Desire. So Dunhill Desire, they have 4 colors: black, silver, blue, and red. So the blue and red were the initial ones with the older ones. So in my university days, I used to own the red bottle, very beautiful, very prominent, as well as the blue. So they were a bit more they're very strong fragrances, like especially the red lasted you all day, projected very nicely, as well as last you and get you compliments. All right. So from my memory, to me, Dunhill was about this red. Okay. So apart from that, they have also London. They have the edition, custom, pursuit, and man. So yeah, those are some of their earlier fragrances, right? So when you look at their earlier releases, yes, there were always some manly scents, some, you know, more serious sort of fragrance, but not that notice-worthy or notable sort of fragrances that that would give them the prestige. I believe Dunhill Icon, it changed the game for them. Just like I mentioned, CK Reveal changed the game for them recent days. This one did it for them, and I believe this is gonna get much more love and much more popularity much later on, maybe 1 year or 2 years. All right. So let's look at some of the notes, right? So on the top note, what you're gonna get? You're gonna get bergamot, neroli, black pepper, and then petit grain. Okay. And the mead, you're gonna get lavender, black pepper, once again, cardamom, juniper berries, and sage. All right. And in the dry down, you're gonna get vetiver, agarwood, iris, leather, and oak moss. So as you can see, like, very interesting sort of blend. A lot of quality ingredients in this fragrance. I must tell you how I feel about this fragrance. Okay. When you open it, very very strong, very manly sort of feel right on the top. Okay. Let me show you the sprayer and I'll tell you, okay, how this smells. All right. One of the best sprayers in the designer's game. All right. So yeah, try to aim for the right. Yeah, as you can see, very strong. It's shoot like a lot of juice out, very juicy. Yeah, I can smell it already before before even if I go near my arm, I can smell it. Okay, on the top, you're gonna get that very beautiful blast of that bergamot orange, sort of like the peel, like the fruity, fresh, with that touch of black pepper. It just hits you very manly, very fresh, as well as very juicy. I must tell you, this smells like very watery, very wet, that sort of a feel. If you remember Burberry's London, that fragrance has this special feel of that wet tobacco. It's like gives you that oak moss sort of like wet feel. That's what I also get from this right in the opening. All right, very sweet, very very sweet. A little bit touch of the petit grain and then the black pepper, and then that sweet neroli. Like there's like freshness of neroli up top. If you know Versace's Puram, that is my favorite scent. This one has it way more prominent. Comes out very strong and then very loud. All right, when you spray it first time. All right, I suggest you go, if you are thinking to get best output of this, I think you go with, like, depending on the weather. This is more like a winter scent, I must warn you, and as well as a little bit of the rest of the year actually, just maybe when it's not that hot. Yes, the summer days, cooler, easier summer days when it's not that greasy and stuff. Yeah, you can go. This will work perfectly because of the neroli, that freshness. All right, still very juicy and that sort of that wet feel. It's gonna give you that sort of feel. Okay, so I suggest you go on the winter days. You go with at least 4 sprays. Okay, 2 on the neck, 1 on the shirt, and 1 on your arm, and you can tap. If you really like the top note of this, you want to smell it a bit longer, go with 5. Okay, for the summer days, maybe go a little bit less because you don't want to choke others in the heat, right? So yeah, I'll suggest you go with 3 sprays on the summer days, hotter days, bit hotter days. All right. So what else do I get from this fragrance? Okay, as I mentioned you, from the nose you get on the top. Okay, but the top doesn't really last you that long. It goes to a dry down in the middle stage, quite swift, like 10 to 15 minutes time. You're gonna see it's the transforming already to the next stage. All right. So next stage, some of the elements on the top note are gone, but some remain. Okay, you can still get, as it mentions, the pepper. Not a very nose burning sort of pepper, but the pepper is still there in the center like the mid stage, okay? And then that lavender, that powdery sort of, like, vibe, the lavender smell starts coming in. But the thing is, this lavender is a bit different from many of the sort of, how do you say, the designer fragrance who do very synthetic sort of clawing or very headache inducing sort of lavender. This one doesn't give you that feel, okay? I can tell you Salvatore Ferragamo F Black or even Lamal, the sort of lavender balm they have inside, sometimes when you apply too much, it might give you headache. This one doesn't give you. It's at this moment it's kind of difficult to handle this, bring it up and forward and put it back because it's heavy. Feel like you can do. Let me take a break actually. Yeah, feel better, feel more masculine. All right. Okay. So next, the center stage. What else do you get? That spicy nuance, like from Dunhill, as I mentioned, this very serious manly house, right? So yes, you get on the top the juiciness, the bergamot and your orange a little bit, and then that juiciness is gone, and then it tells you, okay, enough of playing. Let's come to the seriousness. This fragrance, let me actually handle the boxes better. It's much less heavier. This one is gonna give you the suit and tie feel, modern urban man, who is, you hardly see him smile. If he smiles, he might smile like this. He's not gonna smile like me. No, this guy is gonna smile a little bit like, just a tad, when he feels you're cracking a nice joke. All right, urban man, modern man, serious man, and sort of those serious masculine. And I feel right age for this fragrance also. Let me tell you, a little bit more mature crowd. In my honest opinion, this is not going to be preferred by very younger sort of individuals who are college and school days, maybe university days, who are a little bit more serious and doing the projects, and they think, they want to carry themselves with a little bit more class and a bit more maturity and seriousness in front of the rest. Yeah, this could be a signature scent. I can confidently say that. All right. Then, as well, the cardamom, in the which comes in the center stage, in the mid stage, very manly feel. If you know La Nuit de l'Homme, if you like that fragrance, likely, if you want a mature version, I think this could be somewhat considered as a mature version of La Nuit de l'Homme. People say Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. In my honest opinion, this could be. All right. So what else? You get this other feel. This is very weird. I think someone mentioned. I don't know if someone mentioned it, but to me, it gets a little bit like soda juice, soda grape. Like the grape soda sort of feel, like the juniper berries it has, right? So when you remember those packs, the children, like, I don't know, we have ribena in Malaysia, so it has the black currant sort of feel. The soda pop comes a little bit, not to say in a bad way, very juicy, keeps it somewhere in between the balance of seriousness and then playfulness. You get that. If that's not your thing, you hate the note of juniper berries or black currant, you may not like this. All right. So what else? I think the sage, the vetiver, the wood sea dry downs, and the iris and leather and oak moss comes in the last stage, right? So very sort of rich scent. When you smell it right away, you can see that it's not a very like a simple scent. It's not you cannot describe this in one word. If someone say describe it like Melanie or summery or something, this is a bit more heavy, bit more the statement that you make, maybe in the library you're studying, you're walking through a library, you're wearing your suit, and then it's like I get the feel of the floor is going to be wooden floor and you're wearing your shoes, and then somewhat, who else, I'm not quite sure which character I would pick that could wear this, but a bit more serious English, British action, heroes or something. I see them wearing this. Very, very masculine. All right. So my experience with this is, honest experience with this, for longevity and projection, this is very, very great. I mean, not excellent, but somewhere close to excellent. Very good performance on this. The top note, as I say, doesn't stay for long, but then overall performance you're gonna get is 8.55 out of 10. Projection as well. But on the dry down, when it goes, that sort of EDP feel, it start acting like it. All right. So it will get a little bit closer to your skin, but it's going to hang on for a very long time. In my skin, I get usually 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours. People come close to you, they can smell this. And ladies who like men who are in charge, who are a bit more serious, as I mentioned before, and men who are speaking a little bit less. Dunhill Icon. This is your signature scent if you can stand those sort of notes that I mentioned. The pepper, the challenging note of the juniper berries, not in a very cloying way, but some people might find it a bit spicy and bit too sweet. So for those I suggest, and for those also who are looking to get signature scent for the schools and colleges, maybe try it before you buy it. Okay, so compliments wise, I got compliments. I got good vibe from this. I got good reactions from this. Never felt like someone said, what the hell is this guy wearing? Who's this schmuck, like schmuck of a guy, you know? You don't get that. Very distinctive gentleman scent. All right, so for a reason, for the bottle presentation, as I said, I'm gonna give this 10 out of 10 easily. So overall mark for this, I'm gonna give this 9 out of 10, considering all the facts. All right, so yeah, Dunhill, well done. And I'm very happy that this is doing really well. I've seen from time to time people are bringing this, and some people actually bought this based on my love for this and respect for this. I think Mr. Steve or Steven, he's from UK. He got this and he loved it, and he said thanks for recommending this. My pleasure, sir. All right, so that's about it. And one last thing, two last thing basically. All right, I mentioned we there was a news yesterday which actually got me kind of upset. We have lost one of our beloved reviewers, Alan. All right, his channel, he has lots of videos and very happy guy. And one special thing about him was his Spanish and English. He used to review in both. So he passed away sadly yesterday. I think the news I saw in a car accident. I don't know much about the details and stuff, but I really, I hope wherever you are, my brother, your soul may rest in peace. Okay, and I really, hope God makes it easy on your family and friends. Okay, we're all with you. This is like the whole community. Today we are sad. All right, because we have lost a nice guy. He's a he was very humble guy. I've seen his reviews. He's always smiling, and then he was always like casual. He's never, bragging. Very nice guy he was. So basically, yeah. So today is the day of mourning as well. So my like condolences to the family. All right, and I hope rest of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving, I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys really enjoy good, like the time, and then spend some quality time with your family and friends as well. So cherish every moment that you survive, because life is very uncertain, right? Okay, so yeah, life must go on. You guys should be positive, and yeah, we should be stronger. I hope the community goes stronger together. All right, so okay, that's about it, I think, for this time around. So the one update though, okay, this one is going to be on Savage. I keep mentioning this recently. One of my friends recently, I used this on his house. In his house, he invited me over in Bangladesh, and I went to his house. I think I applied like 3 4 sprays of this, and the thing is, he just met me like 3 days after the invitation thing. Like I came back, and then I just met him for a tea, and he was telling me the whole house actually still smells like this because I was there. He's like, I can still smell it so strong. What did you use? What was that quality? So I told him it's Dior Sauvage. Winter time is performing, guys. Just want a quick update to you. All right. So yeah, I feel very proud. I'm gonna get a bigger bottle of this very soon. Third update, okay, or rather the last. In Bangladesh, we have few like guys that I have been talking to. Like we have some guys who have good knowledge and good collection in them, in their wardrobe. So we are actually trying to come up and meet up someplace. All right, we're just gonna meet up at one place. We're gonna bring maybe one bottle. We're just gonna talk about it briefly, and maybe do like a collab video sort of a thing. Just starting the thing, because I believe in Bangladesh we have a lot of people who are talented, as well as good taste in fragrances. So maybe soon you're gonna be seeing on video from us. All right, so I'm gonna try to build this community, and then see if I can gather people together, and then maybe some more reviewers may come up and actually you can see their faces. So I'm very excited about that as well. So I wish it should be soon before the winter ends. So yeah, that's a quick update. So you guys all stay together, stay united, stay happy, stay positive, all right? And I apologize for any yesterday's, if anything people felt hurt or bad in any with from any of my comments. My intention was solely just to tell you what was my purpose. That's it of the videos. No hard feelings, guys. Thank you so much, very much. Keep commenting, keep supporting, all right? And one other thing, I almost forgot, this one important thing for people who are watching, who watch from different countries, different areas. Always remember one thing, guys, okay? Let me tell you, all right, before I show you, I tell you. In your real life, in your daily life, people who are working, always on the move, guys, you want tips like health tips, beauty tips, whatever that you call. One tip I really give you, please do use deodorants. People really suffer. It's funny and then serious at the same time. People sometimes suffer moment you're in a bus. Imagine you're just hanging and you're just holding onto the bus, and moment your shirt, it gets, your armpit gets a little bit free, it's gonna kill people. All right, sometimes it's not my personal experience, it's just a suggestion. So you can be like worthy, you can just make so much difference in the world with using deodorants. That's all. So my health beauty tip for the day. All right, so take care, guys. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.